Good morning, Church at Liberty Park. Today we're on Hebrews chapter 3, and I'm just going to focus on verse 1 through 6. So in these few verses, it talks about a house. Now, this house that the author of Hebrews is talking about, he's not using it in the sense of a building, but it's talking about the people of God. So these verses talk about the greatness of Moses, and then it shows us how Jesus was even much greater than Moses. So Moses was faithful in all God's house, but he wasn't the builder. Moses, you could say, set up the scaffolding, but Jesus built the house. Moses was faithful as a servant in God's house, while Jesus was faithful as a son over God's house. Now, let's look at verse 1 and notice the phrase, consider Jesus. So are the temporary joys and pleasures of life leaving you feeling empty? Well, consider Jesus, who is the all-satisfying joy and the joy that can only be found in him. Do you find your heart being pulled away toward the things of the world? Consider Jesus. Do you feel overwhelmed with sorrow or weakness or just the daily grind of life? Consider Jesus, who identifies with us in our weakness and is able to help us in our weakness. Are you gripped by the fear of death? Well, consider Jesus, who has given us everlasting victory over death for all who trust in him. Do you feel weighed down by shame and guilt of your sin? Consider Jesus, who forgives us of all of our sins. I hope you enjoy Hebrews chapter 3 today.